Based on my observations, there are two extreme perspectives on pronunciation in Vietnam right now. On one hand, people think that it's not necessary to study pronunciation as long as you can communicate confidently, as long as you can make yourself understood. On the other hand, others think that you need to sound like a native speaker when you speak English. I would say I agree with none of those. Okay. Of course, you don't need to sound like an American when you speak English, but you need to make yourself intelligible to native speakers or non-native speakers around the world, of course. But the thing is, to make yourself understood is not an easy thing. It's not a no-brainer task. People who think that there is no need to study pronunciation, I would say they either fall into one of these categories. The first category is people who are extremely exceptional. You're able to communicate very confidently in English without studying pronunciation, without receiving any explicit instruction. There are people like this really in this life. They are able to imitate and repeat after native speakers and sound like a native speaker really. And those people normally have opportunities to immerse themselves in the English speaking environment, or they grow up with English. They listen to a lot of English. They have lots of input and they practice English very often. It's totally possible that they can speak very clearly without studying any pronunciation. The other category could be people who have limited communication experience. So basically, they only communicate with foreigners coming to Vietnam on the surface level, like asking, how are you? Where are you from? What do you like? Things like that. And they only communicate on a superficial level. When they communicate on that superficial level, it doesn't really require them to talk too much. And they feel like it's okay to use with that limited vocabulary, or they never use English in academic contexts or in English speaking countries. And that problem that they cannot make themselves understood hasn't arisen yet. Okay. So I would say people who say that it's not necessary to study pronunciation either fall into one of these categories. Now, research has suggested that when you study English pronunciation and receive explicit instruction in that field, that will help enhance your speaking skills. It's gonna level up your speaking and listening skills in no time. That is what I believe in, and based on my experience and my students' experience as well. I hope it helps for today, and just leave me a comment below if you have any questions. I love to read every comment.